I'm super excited, guys, to show you this particular item that sold overnight last night. I'm not a big fan of Star Trek, but this very unexpected how much money we got on it. And yes, it took some time. This is a Star Trek Deep Space Nine script that is signed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9. That might be one more. I think it's 8 autographs from the cast in fantastic condition. So very unusual item, and stuff like this collectors will absolutely eat it up. It's a waiting game. What do you think we paid and what do you think we got for it? You're gonna be blown away. So it was listed in mid of July and it took 6 months to sell. We listed for $400 and we got $400. It was just a waiting game. How much we got in it? Nothing. I bought a lot of the guy half a year ago. Bunch of Star Trek, lots of different pictures, signed and not signed, all that stuff. A lot of it sold already, and I paid $100 for the whole lot, and stuff already that sold paid for the whole thing. So this is free. Incredible flip. Look for stuff like this, especially when you can get it that cheap. You can just throw it out there with your price and wait and wait and wait, and finally you're gonna get a bite. Incredible flip. $400. Insane. Love it. Little chilly over here today in the studio. 6 degrees outside. Crazy. And the heater is running non-stop in a shop. Very, very interesting 3 items today that I'm packing that I want to share with you guys, because this stuff is gold and you can find it most of the time for dirt cheap. So this is the first item. This is a collection of VHS tapes. And you're gonna say, Pete, VHS, are you nuts? Yes, I am nuts. So there's a trick to VHS tapes. Only certain genres will sell. Look at this collection of Friday the 13th. Isn't that awesome? And stuff like this, horror movies, are gonna bring pretty penny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Friday the 13th. There's 4 original boxes here, and these right here, I don't know if the movies are original inside, but the cases might have been like from a rental place or something. Doesn't matter. People are into Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, all these horror movies that they are not being released later on Blu-ray or anything like that. People do collect these. They want them and they can bring some crazy money. So we paid $1 a piece on these. So I got $7 into this. What do you think this sold for? So I was originally asking $150 plus $13 shipping. And the guy made me an offer and he says, can you do $150 including the shipping? And I said, not a problem. So I dropped the price to $137, plus we had $13 shipping on it, $150, boom, there it goes. Keep an eye on this stuff, especially thrift stores. You will find these, garage sales, flea markets. Very, very hot item. How long it took to sell? Actually, it took 3 months. Because I wanted that price. You know, I could have put this for like 80, 90 bucks and it would flip immediately. But I almost doubled that price and I just was willing to wait. I mean, how can you not wait if you got only $1 a piece in these? You know, love it. Fantastic. All right, next. You guys know I love selling vintage electronics, but especially microphones. There's a lot of microphones out there from 50s and 60s and 70s that will bring phenomenal profit. and you're gonna find them at thrift store. You're gonna find them everywhere. You know, some guy is unloading this kind of stuff at the garage sale. Then you're gonna walk by at the garage sale, and you're gonna see something like this, and they have, you know, $5-10 on it, and you're gonna go, oh, I don't know. Pay attention to old microphones. And like this one, this is realistic, not the best brand, but it's cool looking, very appealing. It's got that patina going on it, that it hasn't been cleaned up. What do you think this sold for? We have $5 in this. $5 in this microphone. It took a while to sell because I listed for $60. It took 9 months to flip. But if you just got $5, why not? You know, shipping is $13 on it. Great profits. Pay attention to microphones. They bring great money. They sell all the time. And the most exciting item, I talked about this before, is right here. It says Panasonic, and you're probably thinking, oh, it's a vintage camcorder camera or something like that. Well, guess what? No, it's not. You're gonna be blown away. And some of you might even not know that Panasonic used to make cordless drills. Isn't that crazy? So you gotta run into stuff like this all day long at thrift stores, garage sales, everywhere, and people almost giving this stuff away. Old school Panasonic or Makita or any of these brands, people don't want them anymore. They want the highest, the greatest, right? But here's the tricky part on this stuff. There's always somebody out there who has this unit, loves it, wants it, and for some reason maybe the charger broke or the battery no longer keeps the charge, or he has a charger and a battery but his main unit broke, and they want this. People fall in love in certain stuff and they want to keep using the same equipment. Even though that this is 25 years old now, it will still sell. So literally we paid again $5 for this, and you're gonna see this for $5 at the garage sale. What do you think this sold for? What do you guys think this combo with one battery and a charger sold for from Panasonic? Crazy $80 plus $20 shipping. Yes, it took some time to sell because, like I say, you waiting for that one guy who wants this stuff, you know? It took 8 months to sell. But I got $80. 5 into 80, you can't beat that. You gotta pay attention to things like this because these are money makers, and it's so cheap. At the price of $5 being so cheap, you just gotta list it, forget it, put it out there on the shelf, and just wait for that one buyer. Love it. So this episode is a little bit shorter. I'm only showing you guys 5 items, but this last one is so cool. Now, once again, with the last one, very collectible market, but you're waiting for that one buyer. If you can pick it up for the right price, it's worth sitting on it. We put a crazy price on this. Took 7 months to sell. So I'm not gonna be, you know, if you're gonna throw a price like I did on something like this, you're gonna have to wait. This is a collection of Bruce Springsteen magazine. Mainly, here's few that are not part of this whole package, although we did include them, but most of them are backstreets. All the way from 92, I believe, 92 through all the way through 98. Ton and ton of just Bruce Springsteen stuff. Now, there's a lot of following when it comes to Bruce Springsteen, and I mean a lot. And all these are in sleeves. And somebody who's into stuff like this for Bruce Springsteen, there's a total of 62 magazines. You gotta wait for that buyer. You're gonna be blown away how much we got out of this. So we paid less than $1. It was $50 for all 62 magazines. And like I said, most of them are the back streets. There's a couple here on the side. There was something else, but also associated, of course, with Springsteen. So you're waiting for that collector. This thing sold for $300. Yes, it did take 7 months to sell. But this is one of those things that you know he has a following, right? There's lots and lots of people that collect Bruce Springsteen, and then you just gotta wait for a guy or a girl who's willing to dish out $300. $16 shipping on this. This is gonna go media mail. What a fantastic flip. So guys, if you're playing this game of reselling, be patient. Pick up the right stuff for the right money, list it, and let it sit, let it marinate. But because some of the stuff, to get the right money out of it, it needs time, it needs that buyer who's willing to spend. I mean, look at all this stuff. I showed you 5 items, investment of like $72 or $75 into almost $1,000. I think this totaled to like 977, yes, minus fees, you know, and all the good jumbo bumbo, but still, if you can wait, and if you're not in, I mean, what kind of business can you be in that you invest $72 and you almost make $1,000? So be patient, pick up the right stuff, price it correctly, and let it sit. Don't discount stuff right away after, 2 weeks or a month because it's not selling. Wait for the right buyer, build up that momentum, put enough inventory there out there, and slowly it's gonna start trickling in, and you won't even worry about it that something took 6 months or 7 or a year to sell. That's how this game works. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. This was very interesting and cool items for me to share with you guys. If you enjoy this type of content, please hit that thumbs up. I really appreciate it. It helps the algorithm. And if you are here for the first time and you like this kind of type of content, hit that subscribe button with that bell. And thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.